everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sarah Speaks podcast, the podcast where we learn, where we grow, and where we lead together. We dive into the art of business, career, leadership, and transformation. I am your host, Sarah Esangwedo Ajose Adeogun, and today, as part of our Building Bridges to Destiny series, we are going on episode 3. And like I told you last time, episode 3 is about people, the people bridge, how we build success with others. So, as we go into this episode, grab a cup of water, get your pen and your paper, take a comfortable seat, and we will dive right in. We need to talk about how connection, how mentorship, how coaching, how collaboration, and how resilience pave the way to success, to us achieving our goals and our purpose in life, in business, in career, wherever you are. You need people to succeed. And once again, thank you, Eric Patika. His post on LinkedIn, 20 skills that will deliver success by the year 2030, inspired a lot of the skills we're talking about here today. Thanks, Patrick. Now, let's dive into the 5 relational skills that define people's success. And the first one I'll talk about is collaboration. And the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 to 10, that 2 are better than 1. Because when one falls, there's someone else to lift you up. If you are in the field alone and you fall, oh my God. But if there's someone else there, they help you. They catch you even before you fall. That is how people working with people deliver success. We must be able to collaborate. God never meant for us to do life or to do leadership alone. That was why when God created Adam, he created Eve to support Adam. In your business, in your career, who is supporting you? In that project you are delivering, who are you collaborating with? Because none of us can succeed alone. You need customers if you are in business. If you are working, apart from your customers, you need suppliers. You cannot go to the farm, till the farm, harvest the fruits, bring to the market, sell it all on your own. If you are tilling the farm, people will come and buy from you. If you are bringing it to market, you need to enter a vehicle. So you need logistics partners. You need, people you are buying your fertilizers from. You need customers that will buy from you. There is nothing you do in life that you can succeed in isolation. People are key to the success of every enterprise and every endeavor that you embark upon. So we must learn to work with people if we will deliver success. Let me tell you one tip. Don't always say, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. You can't do everything by yourself. Learn to say, how do I do this? How do I get support of other people to do this? How can we do this together? That's why a lot of Nigerian businesses do not outlive the founders. If you look at the big businesses of the world today, they were set up to outlive the founders. We are talking about Shell today. The people that founded Shell are nowhere to be found. We are talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Sanders has long departed this sphere. Walt Disney is not alive today, but his legacy lives on because of the power of collaboration and integrated delivery. And in Africa, we need to learn that we must collaborate. We must learn to collaborate with others if we will succeed. The people bridge is extremely key for us to succeed. This idea of Sarah and daughters, Johnson and Sons, is very good, but we need to expand and grow. The second bridge is coaching. If you are working with people, then coaching becomes necessary. You must learn to encourage each other and build each other up in line with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 11. Pour into others. Moses had Joshua. Joshua helped Moses. He was reporting to Moses. But without Joshua, Moses' success would not have been as it was. Even when Moses was judging Israel on his own, when his father-in-law came, the father-in-law, by the inspiration of the Spirit, told him, you cannot do this alone. Raise elders among the people that will help you carry the burden. Nobody should carry 100% of the burdens alone. Learn to share the burdens, learn to share the benefits. Naomi had Ruth. Ruth helped Naomi to prolong the lineage of her husband's family. If Naomi did not have Ruth, Ruth would not have given birth for Boaz that became the progenitor of Jesus. Through Ruth, Naomi had grandchildren, even though she had lost her own children. But through her daughter-in-law, she was able to, have grandchildren that brought joy to her in her old age. She couldn't have done that alone. For you, who are you raising? Or who is raising you? You need a coach or a mentor if you want to succeed in life. Who are you learning from? Or who is learning from you? Coaching is a transformative tool. It unlocks potential. It improves performance. It builds confidence in individuals. Self-awareness helps them to grow. And growth, steady growth, is what delivers excellence in life. Coaching helps to unlock people's potential. And through unlocking of their potential, they can maximize performance. You can imagine that your staff working for you, you are able to coach them. They realize their full potential and they are able to deploy it to support the business. Improve your performance, improve your creativity, improve your profitability through coaching. Coaching is sharing knowledge, pouring yourself into somebody else, building someone else who can carry that vision forward. In business, in careers, it provides clarity, boosts productivity. There are so many benefits to coaching. Because at the end of the day, you need someone else with that can run with the vision if that vision will be sustained through generations. As a leader, mentor someone, coach someone, sponsor someone's career. And as a trainee, have someone that is mentoring you, someone that is coaching you. And always, through your performance, get people that will sponsor your career so that you can grow faster than if you were doing it on your own. The third skill we'll talk about is networking. A man that must have friends must be friendly. That is Proverbs. It's the book of wisdom. You must be friendly if you will have friends. You must know how to reach out. Many people collect contacts. Let me have your card. Let me have your number. What do you do with it? Having the cards of everybody doesn't help you, but you must build connections, strategic relationships. Some people are skilled in it. I'm still trying to build my skill in strategic relationships. They are powerful catalysts for growth, influence, and long-term success. Who you know and who knows you is key for your success. Who knows what you can do? Who believes in your capabilities? That's what strategic relationships is about. Who is going to call your name when they are looking for someone that can do something? How are you showcasing your skills? Oh, the job I do does not give me the opportunity to showcase my skills. What are you volunteering for that will enable you showcase your skills to the right people? That is why there is nowhere that you should go to and be irrelevant. Whether you are in church, whether you are in school, whether you are in the workplace, wherever you are, look for opportunities to showcase your skill. I don't have opportunity to showcase my skill in the office, but when I go to church, there's an opportunity for me to take up a project and showcase what I can do. Because many churches have great people in them. Someone in church can look at you and say, this guy, he's hardworking, he's focused, his delivery is excellent. I will want him to be my PA or I'll bring him into my organization. There are so many opportunities. And as Porter Gill rightly says, your network is your net worth. Your network equates your net worth. What you can achieve in life, what you can be in life, many times is determined by who you know and who knows you. Who is ready to stick out their neck for you and say, I know this person. They can do this job. They can perform this role. They can handle this responsibility. Your network is your net worth. Relationships open doors of opportunities. Opportunities you never knew about. Ideas that you never knew about. that relationship will speak it in your ear and you will run with it because you are prepared. And I'll tell you one thing, ultimately, the right relationships don't just support your goals, not at all. They multiply them. They give you opportunities and ideas beyond what you can even think about on your own, because beyond what you can dream, because they have access. Imagine the chairman of a board, the board of a big multinational, knowing your name, and opportunities come up, and they have conversations and they see bigger pictures, and he knows where the oil industry is going, and he mentions something and you run with it. Just say, I think the way things are going now, someone that has access to ethanol will really go far, because we are looking at ways we can, and you just pick it and you say, let me go and start doing cassava farming. What do I need to do? Just that conversation will unlock opportunities, open doors, things you didn't know were going to happen. Strategic relationships are key. How are you cultivating them? How are you positioning yourself for people to know you and know what you can achieve? How are you showcasing your skills? It's key. And for you to have valuable relationships, you must be a person of value. Don't think you can hold a conversation with Aliko Dangote. If you do not understand where Aliko Dangote is going, what is important to him, the kind of things he's looking out for, you need to position yourself. You need to learn. You need to grow, so that when the opportunity comes, you are able to discuss favorably. 4 is that you must have a growth mindset. The Bible tells us in Romans 12:12, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mind needs to be renewed. What you know is key. Mistakes don't define you, they refine you. Like Thomas Edison said, I have not failed, I have only found 10,000 ways not to do it. 10,000 ways that won't work. And that is the truth. We must try and try and try again. Because for every failure, you learn something. And for everything you learn and apply, there is growth. So we must constantly learn. We must constantly grow if we will succeed. The success mindset doesn't stop learning. Even in old age, they know that they do not know everything and that there's always something to learn. Technology is changing. The way the world moves is changing. If you are someone with a growth mindset, you know that I must continually keep myself abreast with technology, with data, with information, because only then will I be able to apply all of this knowledge in the right way to make the right decision and get the right outcomes. We must continually look for ways to do things better, to know more, and to grow faster. Because the failure is not the end of the road. Learning from it enables us to grow and achieve more, because we have acquired more knowledge. Let's keep learning, let's keep growing, and let's keep acing it. And the 5th skill, and the last skill we'll talk about in this episode, is resilience. 2 Corinthians tells us that we are hard pressed on every side. We are hard pressed but not crushed. In this life, difficulties will arise. Issues, challenges, anything that comes so easily, you know that is not something of value. If it is something of value, the universe will struggle with you before you can get it. That is just a fact of life. But only the resilient will keep going until they reach and achieve their objective. You don't give up, because you know that just before dawn, the night is darkest. You know that at the end of the tunnel, there is light somewhere. Let me keep going. If I stop in this middle here, I will continually be in darkness. But if I keep struggling, when I get to the end of the tunnel, I will come out into sunshine. And that is what life is all about. Falling is not the problem. Staying down is where the problem is. When you fall, get up, rise, move, fall, get up, rise, move. That is how you succeed in life. The man who stays down is the man who never has a story to tell. The one who keeps up and keeps going will tell you about the failures of yesterday and how they have harnessed that and the power in those failures to be the success that they are today. I have a whole podcast that's dedicated to the power of resilience. Go and look at that podcast. We talked about branding, we talked about resilience in that podcast. And truly, resilience is a whole podcast of its own. If we talk about any successful person here today, we will tell you a story of resilience, a story of how they had failed in something, learned from it, and kept moving on. Every successful person that you see in life today, whether in politics, whether in business, whether in manufacturing, whether in IT, are we talking about Bill Gates? Are we talking about Elon Musk? Are we talking about Aliko Dangote? They will tell you success is not an easy road. There is always a story behind the victory, behind the glory. And until you overcome to have that story, you cannot take the glory. J.K. Rowling rejected 12 times before her Harry Potter story was published. And look at where she is today. Oprah Winfrey told that she could never make it in the media world. Look at where she is today. And we can go on and on and on. And I would join us as Nigerian successful leaders who have stories to tell. Journal your stories, write your books, because those stories will inspire the next generation to know that nothing good comes easy. We have too many children today having the wrong role models because our leaders who have succeeded the right way are not telling the stories. We will document these stories. That's part of it Sarah Speaks is going. We will interview these people. We will document these stories because those stories will give us the temerity today. It will give us the confidence to know that the difficulties we are passing through today is not the end of our story. It's just another chapter in the book of our testimony. Because the higher the altitude, the higher the glory, the more difficult the challenges. And the stronger we get, even as we overcome those challenges. So, the quote by Winston Churchill says, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So, as we draw to the end of this podcast, I'll let us know that no destiny is built alone. You need the people bridge if you will succeed and succeed sustainably. You must collaborate. You must coach and carry people along. You must build strategic relationships and network. You must have a growth mindset and grow. And after all is said and done, you must be resilient and never ever give up. We give up only in the grave, never while we are alive. And in our next and final episode, we'll be talking about the legacy bridge, the future ready bridge to build the legacy that we have in our dreams. Thank you very much. And if this episode resonated with you, please like, share, send in your comments and tell us how you are using the people bridge to maximize your trajectory and your journey to success. Thank you very much. And I am Sarah Isangbedu at Jose Adiogun. And I want to thank today members of my team, especially the Sarah Speaks team, Benjamin Abara, Israel Boni, Ono Omobude, and every single person working with me to make sure every week we bring you Sarah Speaks, because without them, I would not have been able to do this on my own. Thank you very much and God bless you.